Last but not least, we are testing the Honda NC750X 2025 model version. This is last on my list today, and we started the NC750X DCT. Let's check out the riding mode. Let's put a sport mode. User 1, user 2, standard, sport mode. Indeed, automatic transmission. I feel the handlebar, it's very far. It's too much in the front side, pretty awkward. But anyway, it's okay. Let's go on the blue vests. New commands on the left. Trip A, 44 kilometers. Trip B, average fuel consumption on the racing track 5.7. As I said, I feel the handlebar a little bit too far away from my position, or from where I was used to have it. I think it's also pretty low if I compare it even with the previous version. So most likely you will want to have a handlebar risers. I would say definitely you would like to have a handlebar riser. You can consider. I'm pretty interested to see how this engine and how this bike performs. Hopefully it kept its ability to take corners. The seat, the seat, it's very slippery, and it brings you a lot in the same position. The engine goes on the red line after 7,000 RPM. It used to go from 4,500 on the previous versions, but now we have a higher, let's say, a higher playground for the revs, for the engine revs. The engine, I heard it on the X80V, but now it feels even better on the NC750X. I have to say honestly, it's shifting gears pretty much the same in the corners, but I need to ride it more and more to see how it, to check its behavior, the DCT's behavior. You can definitely feel the second disc brake. The brakes are very good now. The handling is incredibly good. The suspension is pretty stiff, but this helps on this type of track. The gear shifting, it's done very precise, and what I like is the acceleration after higher speeds. I mean, after 140 kilometers, after 130, you can count on a pretty decent acceleration power and torque, which didn't happen on the previous models. In terms of ergonomics of the buttons, ergonomy, I found it a little bit too far from my finger. They were a little bit closer on the previous model, on the one I used to have. The seat is very slippery, at least with my equipment. Could be that there is not so much grip on the seat. The DCT gearbox, it's visible that it has improved quite a lot. You don't hear the gear shifting, not at all. And the engine has a little bit more vibrations, especially if you accelerate, because now we have higher RPMs. We can reach 6,000, 7,000 RPMs before the red line enters. The brakes they've been upgraded, and you can see that. Manual gear shifting cannot be done on a certain situations in order to protect the engine. So you can do it, but not as you would wish for. The bike has its own protection system. The bike is very stable even at high speeds. The wind protection is not impressive, but I would use a higher windshield. There is not so much wind protection with this one. But you can lean on this bike pretty nice. And you can keep up the pace, your pace, you can keep up on the racing track. The reliability of this bike, it's one of the most attractive points, or one of the most appreciated. We have to see if the new models will have the same reliability as the old ones. The dash is very visible indeed. It has also a sun visor. The bike pulls very good from low RPMs, 2000, 3000. Check it out. We have a torque on a higher RPMs. We have torque starting from low RPM. Definitely DCT gearbox improved. New dash, new headlight, more riding modes, and a very reliable engine. A very pleasant experience. It's close to its end today at Moto Park. The NC750X didn't surprise me, or what can I say? I was expecting perhaps more after 2 generations since my last NC750X. So indeed there is more power, there is more torque, higher RPMs, but there's not so much improvement overall in the riding experience. It's a more refined gearbox. The DCT, it's more refined now, but still what can I say, the same uncomfortable seat, the same low, there's not so much wind protection with a standard windshield. The new NC hasn't impressed me so much. Maybe I was expecting too much out of it. I will definitely go for the XADV. I think it's a much more capable bike with the same engine. If you would like to choose between the two of them, I will definitely choose the XADV, but consider also the price. Check out this yellow field